Hey everybody, JK Calloway here at Real JK Calloway, coming at you with the results for this week's hashtag skirmish game. This week we played hashtag what I would do in Westworld. The season 2 finale of Westworld's coming up this Sunday, HBO at 9 Eastern. Make sure you check it out. If you're a fan, you know how fun it is. If you're not, it is worth checking out. Hell of a good show. Before we get going, make sure you do download the Hashtag Roundup app. Outstanding app, especially if you like hashtagging, obviously. Free download, iOS and Android. Make sure you do it today. But now let's get right into it. Our top 10 for this week's hashtag skirmish game. Hashtag what I would do in Westworld. Number 10 comes from at Windswept Zariel, the Cotton-Eyed Joe dance. I've seen this done actually. I didn't know it existed until I saw it. I was at a karaoke bar. And at midnight, they switch over to like a couple songs, couple dance songs that people can get up and dance and whatnot. And this was one of them. They played Cotton Eye Joe, and people started getting up and dancing. And I was freaked the hell out. I didn't know this had a dance to it. I just thought it was an obnoxious dance song from the 90s, which, don't get me wrong, it is. But apparently it has a dance, so... white people, man. The worst. Number 9 comes from at GG McGee. Loving my ass in this dress. To be fair, the style of dress in the show, which comes from, the Wild West, if you will, really did make some asses pop. I mean, it certainly could be the fact that everyone on the show is an actress and has a personal trainer, and I'm going to say it's the dresses. Number 8 comes from at Roy BQ. Hang out with the OG. Yep, the show is based on an old 70s movie. I think it's late 70s, might be early 80s, I'm not sure, but same title, same concept, but it was just a movie, and they made a show out of it, and the star of the movie was Yul Brynner, believe it or not, so it's like a cult classic, I guess. I've never seen it personally, I've only seen the show, but the show's so good, I kind of want to go back and watch the movie. If you can find the damn thing. Let's go, Netflix. Get on the ball. Number 7 comes from at Zero G Spot. I would work in the control room and mess with the weather and the day-night controls. I would also drop candy from the sky at odd intervals. That's remarkably specific. As long as you program all the hosts, the robots, for those that don't watch the show, if you program them to react accordingly and be like, oh, it's candy time, then it's fine. Otherwise, super weird. Number 6 comes from at King Kenny Ken. Be super nice to the hosts. Yes, that would probably be a good decision, especially based on what's happening this season. For those who don't watch the show, basically the hosts are programmed. They're robots. The robots in the park that look superhuman. And sometime at the end of season 1, their programming went haywire, or they got reprogrammed to, kill everything. It's very interesting. It sounds super simple. It's not, I promise. It's a very complicated show to the point where if you watch it, you will have an embolism and you will die. Number 5 comes from at Hate You 2FC. Stay in the dressing room with Angela for the duration of my trip. Super creepy, but I understand. She's like the greeting host, if you will, and of course the actress they found to play her, I don't know her name, but smoke show, as you would expect. Yeah, she's, Number 4 comes from at Pike42. Find a host to do my tweeting for me. That would be super sweet. I don't play nearly as many games as I should. I used to play every game, and now I just play them when I see them and if they interest me. I used to try to challenge myself to play every single game that came along, and now I look at a tag that comes out and I'm like, I don't want to play that, it's easy. And that's not judging hosts, all games can be fun, you have to make them fun. And I'm just so lazy lately. I should get back in the habit. I miss playing all the games and interacting with everyone. I'm just lazy. It's not a matter of quality of tags, although that is part of it. We can get into that all day, but it's more so just me being lazy. So keep making tags and putting them out there. Someone's going to enjoy them. Eventually I'll get back in the swing, hopefully. Number 3 comes from Grishma Mega. Stay away from Maeve, because you don't want to mess with that badass queen. Seriously, worth watching the show just for Thandie Newton as Maeve. She's just a badass. I couldn't say it any better than that tweet. Such a badass character, such an interesting character. The story arc that character is taking, it's like, it's really interesting. Definitely worth watching. And Thandie Newton, you rock. Number 2 comes from Telia Bear. Be the most badass cowgirl around, and also ride them cowboys. This was a popular one, not in these words obviously, this was very cleverly put, so I made you number 2. But yeah, basically sex with the hosts. That was the most popular tweet. Number 1 with a bullet. Sex, 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 sex. Which, don't get me wrong, it's HBO, so there's going to be nudity and sex galore. It's what they do. One from me. Probably just go to the bar and look at the sexy hosts while being too afraid to talk to them. So, pretty much same as now. Yep, I'm the creeper at the bar. That's just, I'll look at you. But if we make eye contact, I'll be... One from Elizette Zamora. The question is, what wouldn't I do? Ooh, you evil minx you. It is an interesting ass concept where basically you can go to a world and there's no repercussions, responsibilities. It's interesting as hell. The whole psychology of it is really interesting because do you conform to who you are in the real world, or do you let who you want to be take control? It's really interesting. Like I said, I would be at the bar with my eyes down at my drink. Elizette apparently would be killing and fucking everything. One from Ben4623. I catch up on all the sleep I don't get in the real world. That sounds outstanding. It is kind of weird, like all of us bitch about not getting enough sleep, but then we want to take a vacation so that we don't sleep at all. You know what I mean? So basically, we're just not going to sleep ever. We're going to whine about it when we have the opportunity, but then when we make time for the opportunity, we're staying up and doing just horrendous things to our body. One from @Rachel's_Ratchet. What happens in Westworld stays in Westworld. I would think that would be the tag if it wasn't for Vegas already snatching that bad boy up. But yeah, that's basically the concept of the show. That's what they're selling, is complete and utter freedom. Complete and utter freedom to do whatever you want, no questions asked, good or bad. And one from @CatFunny. Program my sex robot to love me back. I gotta think there's a lot of cuddles that come along with that, right? I gotta think there's some robots simply made for cuddling. You know what I mean? Just an arm over you while you sleep. It's just a good vacation. I'm just saying. It doesn't need to be all about sex, you sick bastards. It might be about companionship and happiness, you sick devils. And our number 1 for this week's hashtag skirmish game comes from @TonyLyons132. Recreate Blazing Saddles. Obviously this is a fictional show, this thing doesn't exist, but wouldn't it be cool if it did exist and there was like a little part of the park set aside to just recreate Blazing Saddles? Just a bunch of nerdy comedy geeks screaming, "Hey, where are the white women at?" at each other all day, every day. Just that little pocket of Westworld set aside for nerds. I'd go have debates with Mongo, I'd go have target practice with Gene Wilder's character, I can't remember his name right now. I'd go see Lily Von Stup's show, you damn right. That would be an awesome vacation. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you do hit subscribe, should be right around here. Check out my latest video, it'll be over there. Find me on other social media sites, always RealJKCalloway. Give a follow to my personal hashtag game on Twitter, it's @hashtagskirmish, and check out the Hashtag Roundup app. All the best weekly hashtag games, including mine. My name's JK Calloway, and we'll talk to you next time.